Hey everyone, it is Jimmy with Swiss Realty here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a step-by-step guide on how to buy your first rental in Columbus, Ohio, and we're going to specifically focus on doing this out of state and talking to our out-of-state investors in this case. So in this video, it's going to be a 10-minute rundown or a roadmap for our high-income earners who are out of state that want to invest in Columbus, Ohio. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So step number one. So first thing we're going to want to do is get our finances in order. So what I mean by that is you have to understand that if you're buying an investment property, you will need a minimum of 20 to 25% down payment for an investment property. There's just no workaround around this. Again, obviously, unless you're going to use a hard money loan or if you're using cash, then obviously that's different. But if you're planning to use traditional conventional financing or just traditional financing overall, please understand that you will have to bring 20 to 25% down payment to buy an investment property, especially one that you're not living in. Obviously, if you're going to buy it and live in it, then obviously the situation changes and you can bring a lot less down payment. But if it is just an investment property and you're not going to move to Columbus, Ohio, I will say you should expect to bring 20 to 25% down. So what I will say is this. If you're like, hey, Jimmy, how much down payment is that in Columbus, Ohio? So if you're looking for ideally the 1% rule, positive cash flow, in some pretty decent, solid neighborhoods with some equity, I would say you can find a lot of those deals if you're looking at single families from 120 to 180K. If you want to be a little bit conservative, I would say 200K and below in that case for a single family house. If you're looking at duplexes, those that cash flow, I would say they typically start around 200 to 250K. So based on those numbers I just provided you, I would take 20 to 25% down payment on those numbers, and I would add in a few extra grand for obviously closing costs, for any extra third-party fees, anything else like that. And then after that, you kind of have the required amount afterwards. So after you have your cash reserve and you have that amount saved up, then we're going to continue to step number two. Step number two, that's going to be to define your investment strategy. So what I mean by that is you should know what type of property you want to buy. Is it a single family house? Is it a duplex? Is it a smaller multifamily? Is it a 5+ unit? You should know what your budget is going to be, like how much do you have saved up? Do you have enough for renovations, for turnover, for closing costs? Obviously, you need to make sure that you have all your finances to a T and you have everything prepared in advance before you really start diving deeper into it. And on top of that too, you want to decide what type of investment are you looking to do. Are you trying to do a buy and hold that's near turnkey, hits the 1% rule, start cash flowing pretty much immediately, and you want something with no work? Or are you okay with the bigger fixer-upper that you're looking to BRRRR, you're looking to buy it, renovate it. After you renovate it, you build a lot of equity there. After that, you want to do a cash out refinance, get the bulk majority of your money out of the deal and just rinse and repeat. Do you want to do that? Or are you looking to just fix and flip? Do you want to just build liquidity for now and basically flip properties from out of state? You really need to decide what you want to do investing wise, and you have to do a lot of research in that and know what your buy box is as well too. What type of neighborhoods do you want to invest in? What's a good deal to you numbers wise? How much renovation are you okay with? So all these are questions that you definitely need to answer. All right, next up is step 3, building your local real estate team here. So the one thing I want to let you know is it's not as scary as it seems. The most important team member that you need to find when it comes to building a local real estate team out here is your realtor. The reason why I say that is because if you find a really good investor realtor, he basically already has all the connections and has all the team members in place. All you need to do is first find that really good investor agent and have him plug you in with everyone else, a PM, a GC, a lender. He should have team. You don't need to find everyone yourself. Find a good investor agent, and after that, he will plug you in with everyone else. Okay, so that's my most important thing. But to add a little bit more detail to this, here's what I will say is that your most important financial decision you will make when it comes to investing in real estate is finding the right realtor. So what I mean by that is you have to find an investor agent that has your best interests at heart. There's so many investor agents that I've seen that they basically don't care about their clients. They see them as paychecks. They don't care about if they buy a crappy house, a good house. You need to find a realtor that genuinely has your best interest at heart, that genuinely cares about the money that you make, that it's going to make a good ROI. And if it's a bad deal, he will tell you it's a bad deal. The reality of real estate is that 80% of deals are going to be pretty much duds. They're going to be bad deals. You need a realtor that will tell you no 80% of the time. If he's telling you yes every time, you need to run as fast as possible. So again, whichever realtor that you work with, whether it's me or another realtor, you have to make sure that your realtor has your best interest at heart, and they are not a yes men. They are telling you no consistently. Super, super important. All right, next up. So after you find your real estate team, you find your realtor, you find they plug you in with their system and their team members, and you basically have your team all good to go. You need to start analyzing deals remotely. So what I mean by this is, again, if you work with me as a realtor, I'm going to start sending you personalized deal flow. It's going to be on-market deals, off-market deals, pocket listings. And with these deals, I'm going to get you the market rent report, ARV comps, estimated renovation budget, and my personal investor thoughts on why I think it's a great deal. But you as an investor client, you are the investor at the end of the day. You need to be running the numbers. You still need to be doing a lot of due diligence, and you need to analyze these deals and see why they're good deals or bad deals. And if they are good deals, you need to jump on them. So you have to be proactive. You need to analyze these deals every time they get sent to you. So long story short, next up, step number 4 is you have to analyze deals. You have to be proactive. So in my experience as an investor agent, the difference between a good investor and one that's actually going to buy real estate and buys good deals versus a bad investor, one that never buys deals and obviously just is in a stage of paralysis analysis, is the investor that's good. He will analyze all my deals. He will ask questions. He will, send me his numbers. He will, try to get feedback from me. If you're that investor where you're very proactive, you're communicating, you're analyzing every deal sent to you, you will find a deal. But if you're that investor where you take weeks to get back, you take a very, very long time. If anything, you don't even analyze every deal sent over to you. What I will say is it's going to take a very, very long time for you to find a deal in that case. All right, next up. So after you find a deal and you check the numbers, they make sense, and you're like, hey, Jimmy, I really like this deal. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to do a video walkthrough for you. So that means I'm going to do a very in-depth investor commentary video where I'm going to provide you my estimated renovation budget, my scope of work, my thoughts on the property. You're going to basically hear everything in real time. So I'm going to be taking a video walkthrough of the property, and I'm going to be like, hey, guys, we need all new LVP here, new flooring, new paint, new windows, new AC unit right here. It's not working. We need new drywall right here. And I estimate renovations at $20,000 or something along those lines. Also, I'm going to do a video walkthrough of the neighborhood so you can see how the location looks in real time. And I'm going to give you my commentary, like how the curb appeal looks, how the neighbors' houses look. Does it feel safe? Does it feel residential? Does it feel quiet? Like, how does it feel overall? So I'm going to give you my commentary on that as well, too. So again, next up is the walkthrough. And then afterwards, we're going to make the offer and we're going to get it inspected. So when we write a real estate offer, I will tell you this. I will, unless you specifically tell me not to, I will always include a financing and inspection contingency. So what I mean by that is with our inspection contingency, you have 7 days to do any due diligence you want on the condition of the property. That's when we're going to do a home inspection. That's when we're going to get a GC to get us an itemized bid, if obviously you want that. That's when you can literally fly out here to Columbus, Ohio, and we can walk the property together again. So any type of due diligence that you want to do, we can 100% do. And for whatever reason, if you feel like it's not the right fit, or you see something you don't like, or you see some major red flags, number one, we can ask for remedies or credits, or we could try to meet in the middle and renegotiate with them. Number two, if everything looks great, then obviously we could then continue to close. And number three, obviously the house is a disaster. There's so many red flags. Nothing makes sense. We could terminate. And as long as we terminate within our inspection contingency, there is no risk. You don't lose any money. There's no risk whatsoever. So again, my personal guarantee is unless we're 100% confident with the property and the condition of it, we're not going to close. And that's my guarantee. And very lastly is you're going to close remotely. So one thing that a lot of investors think is that they have to come to Columbus, Ohio to close for a house. That is not the case at all. You can close remotely. There's a thing called mobile remote notaries, and they could basically come to whatever location you're at, whether you're in California, New York, New Jersey, Oregon, wherever you are. We can get a remote notary over to you to sign on the property. So again, you could close from anywhere. You do not have to physically be here in Columbus, Ohio if you don't want to. And then very lastly is setting up property management. So after you close, you're basically going to get the PM to basically take over the property. After you have the PM take over the property, I want to let you know that the PM can handle the turnover. They could find the tenants. They will handle the entire application process. Basically, after you set it up with the PM company, you don't have to worry about the rental or even think about the rental ever again, essentially. What you're going to see after you set up the PM company is just a paycheck every month, and that is going to be it, okay? So I just want to let you know, after you set up the PM company, it's going to be a smooth ride from there, and they handle everything. They're going to handle the turnover. They're going to handle finding the tenant. They're going to handle the application process. They're going to handle any tenant issues. So anything that comes up, the tenant is not going to go to you. They're going to go to the PM company. So again, you're just going to see a paycheck at the end of the month. That's pretty much all you're going to see. So with that being said, that is the entire process of how to buy real estate from out of state. So if you guys have any other questions, definitely feel free to hit me up, and I'll love to answer them for you. My phone number is 614-300-7535, and my email is jimmy@swissrealtyltd.com. So if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know, and I would love to kind of get you some answers. If not, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Bye.